What's up, everybody? Aloha Friday.
Hello.
Feel Good Friday for Facebook Live tonight with Charlie Iona and Mel Raposo.
Yep.
We got a fun show tonight, as we do every Friday night, supporting local small business.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoy the show. We got Papayas, we got Kuuleis, and we got the Kokee Museum. So, uh, gonna be a fun night, Charles. How was your day, buddy?
It was a long day. It was a very, very long day. So
Today was a long day for the both of us. So
just
I actually
dragged
came
up.
home. I took a short nap, man. I was
I
thank
was
God it was cool today. It was
oh,
nice. The breeze was good. The sun was out. We didn't get any rain, thank God, but it was a nice, comfortable, cool day. So I thank God for that. 'Cause-
well, I was just getting I've got to do some things tomorrow with some of you know here on Kauai. But again, a lot of our viewers, we have many viewers from elsewhere, other parts of the state. So I was hoping to kind of take a little breather tomorrow, but no, duty calls, so I need to go and do what I need to do. So I tried to set everything up today, and but I'm happy to be here tonight. Right now, I might see a little lethargic. No, I did not get my second vaccine shot today. It's just I am lethargic.
well, I'm very happy that you're here tonight as well. Thank you, Sherry. Nice Aloha shirt. Charlie asked that we celebrate Aloha Friday, but we're in Aloha shirts. So which is actually pretty cool because it's been a while since I wore Aloha shirts. So it's nice to actually grab them from the closet and wear an Aloha shirt for at least 1 hour a week.
Well, I have a tendency of trying to wear one at least one a night now. Just it's comfortable. I have to say over the years, manuheli and the type of materials used, and I'm sure this goes for uh, Ren Spooner, Manaola. I'm sure all the designers here in Hawaii, they're using this new material. It's almost like a dry fit. It's comfortable. Um, when the cool air hits it, it's not, like how it was before, the old style. I mean, can't go. The old style was nice too, but this one, and you just throw it in the wash and comes out of the dryer and just comes out wrinkle free. I just wish by the time my birthday comes around this year that I could just jump in the washer and dryer, come out wrinkle free at my age.
Maybe that's maybe that's something we can do live.
Oh boy, watch
We can
out.
go, we can go to one of the hotels because they get the big commercial washers, and I'll videotape you while you go in and
Brother, I can tell you, between the washer and dryer, you see me coming out like this. Um, you can only do so many revolutions, you know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I got the Ren Spooner, man. I'm a Ren Spooner fan. I love Ren Spooner. I love this one especially because we got the Hawaiian flag on here.
Yeah.
And the Ren Spooners, man, if you notice the pockets, man, they sew the pocket to match the design, so it doesn't even look like there's a pocket, but there is a pocket. But I love Ren Spooners because you don't have to iron it as well. Although Patsy will iron them anyway, but you don't have to.
Well, you know what I would like to see, and I hope all the Kanakas in the islands, all the Kanaka Maolis, take pride in what we have because, you can't fault them for it, but the Japanese visitor has bought up a lot of the old silkies. I remember way back then, silkies was like, it was the in thing. But the Hawaiian print alone, and they took it and they kind of like perpetuated the Hawaiian culture through the aloha wear in Japan. So, for us to keep it here, I hope and pray that if you pick a day, some of you may pick a Monday because Monday seems to be a blah day to wear something cheerful. Hey, go for it. Can't fault you for that because whatever day you so choose, as long as it's a nice aloha print, go for it, man. be a cheerful person and walk around and just say aloha. Even if somebody stick you the finger driving down, hey, give you the finger, just say aloha, aloha, I love you. Just wait till I catch you later
I have
on.
a few people in mind that I should probably send some Aloha print shirts to, Charlie. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
mention names. I'm not gonna mention names.
I
But
got you.
anyway,
Got you.
I know you know, but
I
and I'm
got
sure everybody else knows. But anyway,
I got you.
so thank you again, guys. Don't forget, share this thing. Share this thing. Again, it's all about supporting local business, and we kind of joked about it last night with Papaya. They'll be our first guest, and Liana Sung is actually in the waiting room.
Hmm.
And I kind of called it a hippie store because that's the stigma that they have. If you talk to anybody local about Papayas, but I got to tell you, if you've ever been to Papayas, you'll see that it's an amazing place. And it's a little surprise, but I'm gonna wait for Liana to come on. But
Yeah.
uh,
But
again, it goes back. I did stop at Paradise on Thursday to go get my box lunch yesterday, and I didn't do the live. I'm waiting for Charlie. Charlie was occupied on Thursday. I was occupied on Friday, so we could not connect. But um, we will make it to Paradise.
Paradise.
We will make it to most of our guests. Next week, Friday, we're gonna do Maui. It'll be a Maui. We dedicate the show to Maui, some small businesses on Maui. So make sure you guys tune in next week as well. But go ahead and share it. I know a lot of people when they look at the thing and they said, it's not COVID. We don't like watch. All right, whatever. They're gonna miss out because we're gonna have a good show tonight. So again, support local people, support local. So let's bring in Liana.
Ping.
She's been in here, man. She came in early. She came in early. Uh-oh. It's Michael Sung. Uh-oh. It says Michael Sung, like the judge, Michael Sung.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, thank God it's not Michael Sung. It's not his honor, it's her honor.
Yeah.
Thank God she can hear us, which means
Oh,
Mike
no,
cannot hear us either.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh shucks. Can Mike hear? I hope not.
I think he's watching. I don't know.
Well, let me the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to change the name on your thing so everybody knows that it's Liana and not Mike.
Yes.
Not bad, huh? How are you, Liana? And welcome to our Feel Good Friday on Facebook Live with Mel and Charlie. How's everything going?
Good. What is this, Mel?
This?
Yeah.
Papaya seed.
Touche.
I don't know. I kind of like this, and I just it's kind of gross, but Patsy wants me to shave, and I just because I can.
There you go. There you go.
But, yeah, I really wanted to get a really nice defined beard like a lot of guys do, but as I'm 100% Portuguese, I am just papered, certified, and most Portuguese they can grow a huge beard. I cannot. I get all these spots that fill up, and so I just try my best and be thankful
Good
that I
cat.
started here.
Good, good.
But anyway, Papayas, you are the what are you? The store director? Is that what your title
Yes.
is?
Yes.
What does that mean? Like you're the boss?
Uh-huh. I'm the I'm the one when they say I want to speak to your manager. I'm that
Oh,
one. Yeah.
ooh. Well,
No.
okay. We kind of joked about it last night, and we had Senate President Kochi on, and I said, yeah, all you guys out there that think Papayas is a hippie store, it's not a hippie store. There's a lot of good, amazing things in Papayas. So why don't you share with us a little bit about yourself and Papayas, and then we'll hit the surprise right after that.
Okay, well, I joined Papayas only a little over a month ago. I had some other opportunity, but this one came up and it really spoke to me passionately because I want to work for a locally owned company who's been around for a long time, who is really invested in the community. And so I was very happy to join them. It's a locally owned company. Jessica Leach and her family have owned it for over 20 years now. And they're just good people. They take pride in the items that they bring in, they have integrity. So when they say something's organic, they do the research to make sure it's organic. And it's just a really good company to work for. And I know that last night you mentioned something about the stigma with papayas, and there was that stigma about it's only for hippie people. But going in there and learning about, well, I came from Kilauea Market and Cafe, where we were trying to be the first Whole Foods on Kauai. Stepping back now and going into some place like Papayas, where it truly is a really good organization. You can go there, you can spend your money and get good value for every dollar that you spend. And you don't have to be on a diet. You don't have to be vegan or vegetarian. Any healthy lifestyle is a good choice to make, and that's what we promote is healthy choices.
Well, believe it or not, I have been in Papayas. I was kind of surprised when I went into Papayas with the variety and the quality.
Yes.
And the good thing is you mentioned being it's locally owned. The money stays here and it's not going
Yes.
off some mainland uh, company. So what do you guys offer? What if I walked into Papayas? I mean, I'm sure you could get anything, but what's Papayas? What's in it?
Well, Papayas is a place that you can find anything based on what your needs are. So first of all, you walk into Papayas, you're going to get the freshest produce ever. We have produce deliveries every day from local vendors, local farmers, and we also help farmers get their organic status if they need it. So we really try to promote local and organic. And then you're going to see prices on our produce, and you're going to be wowed because it's in comparison to other bigger grocers. We are fairly cheap. I don't want to use the word cheap, but economical. Next is you're going to find a wellness section with highly trained wellness experts who are there to assist you. So if you're looking for supplements, the new Kauai CBD oils are in our store. Look for anything, protein powders. I know that Patsy's always trying to get you on something, but supplements. You have a question about your health, somebody is there to assist you. And then every aisle we have will surprise you. We have so much local vendors that work with our buyer, who's fantastic. Lisa Marie, she will bring in local vendors' products. You'd be surprised because if you're going to visit family away from home, or you're going to send a omiyage box, great place to buy your things because we have a huge selection of local products. We also have a frozen section and a chill section that we have, once again, local products. We just brought in Maui Nui venison. We have hamburger meat. We don't have all vegan. We do have vegan and vegetarian options. And then you're going to find our kitchen. So the kitchen pre-COVID was where we did hot foods and wraps. But now post-COVID, we're focusing on grab and go products. So we have a huge selection of products that you can come in any time of the day and pick up and grab and go. And you might be thinking that it's something like, I don't know, fruit salad, but that's not all that Papayas is about. We have a really good selection, and I see you moving, Mel. So what you got there? Which one is that? There you go. So you get to eat. And Charlie, I'm sorry, you must have forgotten to come to Lihui to pick up your products, but I sent some stuff with my husband to you, Mel. That's our fresh ahi salad. It's made every day with fresh ahi. Now,
Charlie is known for popping out a Snicker bar.
Oh.
Because I'm kind of on a diet or whatever. But not tonight. You watch me eat, Charlie.
So that's our fresh ahi salad. It has some olives in it, celery, Arcadia brand mayonnaise. It's really good for you, and it's fresh. We also use that in our wraps every day.
Oh my God.
Since I can't have any, at least I'll turn my video off, but I'll listen to you eating.
Charlie. Oh my God. And we have Charlie's we have his, and we're gonna go get it to him. But
Now, Liana, let me ask you, some of your, when you
oh,
mentioned Maui Nui venison, some of
Yes.
your vendors, they're from throughout the state, Big
Throughout
Island.
the Big Island, every island we have.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's
oh
You know,
my
good.
God. Okay.
and it's really good because a lot of the local vendors, they lost either their storefront, or a lot of their products was pushed towards tourists, but we carry a lot of their products.
So what about the market on fish, local fish? You
So
folks have access to that too as well?
we do have access, but at this time we're not selling any fresh slabs or anything like that, any fresh fish.
So
We
you're
just
doing it like what you served with what Mel was having, something like that.
yeah. So
Well,
like
there's more. There's more.
yesterday we were blessed. Hold on. Yesterday we were blessed. We had extra ahi, so we made poke, and sometimes we even have sashimi. But only the freshest ahi. Because you know me, I need fresh
Yep.
fish. Yeah.
What is this, Liana?
Oh my goodness. You tell me, how does it taste first?
I never try them. I'm
Hey,
scared.
try them.
Oh, it's like a potato salad.
It is potato salad, but it's vegan, so no mayonnaise in that. You have
Yeah.
it's veganese, which is a vegan mayonnaise, so no eggs. It's white potatoes, and then we just put a little bit of red onion in there, some pepper. So, and you'll see that our products, we don't have added sugars or anything like that. All natural, all fresh ingredients.
There
But
is no
that potato salad is
mayonnaise.
mean.
There is no mayonnaise in this.
Nope. That is good potato salad.
Oh my God.
So you see, when the brothers come in for lunch, they always grab a tub of potato salad.
Now, where is your where is Papayas located?
So we moved about 3 years ago. We used to be under the clock tower at the Safeway complex, but now we're on Kuhio Highway in Kapa'a, across Kapa'a shores. So it's the old Waipoli variety store.
Okay.
Yeah, remember these used to sell the fishing supplies and stuff? So we
Yep.
took over the bottom and the top floor. We just opened it up there. So a really nice space.
And then we have
Sesame noodles. So those are whole wheat noodles. And then just with a little bit of sesame sauce and some sesame seeds and green onion. So these are some of the popular items that we have for lunch or dinner daily. We have freshly made salads, all kinds of wraps. Our Jade Dragon smoothie is really popular, but it's really grab and go, picnic food, just grab and go.
oh man.
It's ono, yeah?
Your
Oh,
hours of operation, what
Hours of operation Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
well, Mrs. Iona and I have to make the trek out there.
I would love for you folks to come and visit. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. The variety of products we carry is not what you may the stigma of a health food store.
well, I'll tell you what. I'm going back to the tuna. And I don't mean to offend nobody. And there was also a soup.
Yes.
But I told Pat I didn't want to bring the soup in here because I have my computer and I'm that kind of guy. But this doesn't taste like the stigmatized healthy meal.
No, but it is. And that's the thing, is healthy can be good. And we're hoping to soon start putting out some live from Papayas, little snippets on TV, on Facebook, where we can show how we cook our local food using these ingredients.
Well, here's a all natural. This is from
What is
Liliha
natural?
Bakery. Liliha Bakery, the brownies from Liliha Bakery.
That's keto, right?
Mm.
Keto brown.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm,
Mm.
mm. I tell you.
Well,
Okay, you bring
you know,
Stephanie to Papayas.
Oh man, it's really hard to not just wipe those out right now while we on, but oh my God.
That's okay. It's Ono. And
Yeah.
that's what we want everybody to know, that we have someplace ready-made food, but we also have the ingredients that you can use to prepare this food at home.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Now
Charlie.
the $10 million question.
Yes.
It sounds like so good. It sell out relatively fast. I need to know when I make my time to get over there.
You can call ahead because things do sell out really quickly.
Okay.
We try to keep the shelves stocked all the way through. I would say your best bet is always Monday through Friday. Don't wait to the weekend to come and get your picnic food. Come during the week because we'll always have it there.
Probably on Friday they're loading up already for the weekend, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
People who camp in Kokee, they know they come and grab all their supplies, including that stuff. And then Mel mentioned our soups. We always have soups. Mel, the one that you had was the red lentil dal. We also have a great creamy mushroom soup which has maybe 5 ingredients in it, and it's non-dairy. That's my favorite. And then we have a Roman tomato soup, which is excellent.
Ooh.
Well, I can assure you that we will definitely. I know she tasted it before I did. She snuck a little bite out of that thing.
I told her to.
And I don't know if we'll have Charlie's portion before tomorrow because.
Well, I told you, I'm gonna take the missus out there because she said something that Roma tomato, right? That's what you said, right?
The Roman tomatoes, yeah.
Yeah, because that, and for me, that and a little side of grilled cheese goes a long way.
There you go. And we've got grilled cheese too.
Oh,
folks, let me just say this in the few minutes we have left.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I really feel bad, but actually I don't.
No, I'm looking at the comments, and people appreciate the amount of different foods that you have just by reading the comments. But
yes, our hummus is good.
I can tell you.
But people are very angry with Mel for eating on the air. So, you folks, you give it to Mel. Just give it to him.
I'll tell you this. I mean, I love food, but this is really delicious, Liana. And I ain't making that up. This stuff is good stuff, and I am going to definitely. And the vegetables, I honestly don't remember. The last time I went there was under the clock tower, so it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember them having a fresh vegetable area. Maybe there was. But anyway.
It was all the way in the back. Right now we have it front and center as soon as you walk in the store. Our produce buyer is amazing. They just do a phenomenal job. They love what they do and they love our customers, and we've got the best customers. They come back all the time. We just want to share the message that, all those families out there making healthier choices this year, you're gonna get better value for your dollar by shopping here. The products are better for you and less expensive than you'll find in the regular grocery store.
Now, I am somewhat, I apologize. When you say clock tower, I'm trying to get my bearings. Where is this actually at? What part?
That's
Safeway.
where we used to be, at the Safeway complex in Kapa'a.
Okay, now I got you. Safeway complex. Okay.
Yeah,
that's where they used to be.
Yeah.
That's where it used to be. Now we're on French Street on Kuhio Highway, kind of next to we are next to the old coconuts. Remember the old coconuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're next to that now.
You just let me know, Charlie. Let me know when you and the missus heading this way. We'll meet you there, and we'll definitely broadcast live from there because I can only imagine what else there's in there. I mean,
Yeah.
These are great, like for lunch break. You grab one of those tubs of tuna, and you grab a tub of right here. That 3. That's kind of a lot of food, though. But
no, that looks like the real deal right there. Just that alone, enough.
And you know what? That's only half the size of what our normal tubs are. That was just sample size for you folks.
Yeah, well, this sample size, Liana,
is not enough.
I cannot believe you guys make those potatoes big, but I have a big mouth. But I cannot believe there is no mayonnaise in this.
Right? It's really excellent.
Look at that, Mel. No, you see what you're doing. Some people say, we're going to change the show from COVID to the uncles eats. They're
We
gonna,
could
I'm
do
in,
that.
bro.
they're gonna change from COVID. But then, I'm down to 124. I'm gonna put back up that weight to 200. You know what I mean? I gotta be careful.
Liana, does Papayas have a website?
We do have a Papayas website, papayasnaturalfoods.com. We haven't updated it recently, but you can also follow us on Instagram, Papayas Natural Foods. So we have a good Instagram following.
Well, thank you so much, Liana.
No, thank you for supporting local. Thank you for what you folks are doing. We really appreciate it. And we can't wait till you guys come live.
We will be there live. I can assure you
Sounds
that
great.
we are going to be there live.
Look, this is what Mel always wanted to practice on his skills running the camera. I will let him run the camera and I will eat. How's that? I will do all the eating when we come down
I
there.
will enjoy watching that. Sounds good.
Again, people, Papayas Natural Foods. I'm telling you, you guys got to get down there tomorrow if you can. Grab some of those tubs, head to the beach. Cannot beat. I got to tell you, hit that. Exactly what I had. You ain't going to go wrong.
Ahi Salad.
Thank you, Liana. Appreciate
Right.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Appreciate you
stay
guys.
safe.
Yes. Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Please tell Mike I said hi now.
I will. He's watching.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hi, Your Honor.
All right.
Kamehameha.
Thanks,
Imua,
Liana.
kamehameha.
You more.
You
All
more.
right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, Charles, before we bring in our next guest, I'm going to grab another couple of bites of this tuna. Charlie. I promise that's the last bite I'll take tonight.
Okay.
Help me out here, Charlie, because I got my mouth full.
Well, comes with the territory.
All right, we're going to go now back to the west side. Charlie, you might want to share our next guest.
Well, this beautiful person right here is the one and only Kuulei Green, and her stepdad and I are classmates. So when her grandma was known as the soup lady for years, where Bears, I guess the bakery is located in that complex in Hanapepe. And unfortunately, a couple years ago, her grandma passed away, and she took over the restaurant side. And what happened was she started Kuulei's Gourmet.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only Kuulei right here. How you doing, sweetie?
Doing good tonight. Happy Friday.
This is Uncle Mel. This is
Nice
Uncle
to meet
Mel.
you,
Right?
Uncle Mel.
Hey, Kuulei, how are you? Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity.
And then her sister, the picture that you put in Facebook, Anuinuiro. She's a graduate of Kamehameha schools. Anyway, her sister works for Manuheli. So if you want to get your clothing from there, that's the place to go. Right in town. But tonight it's all about Kuulei and what she started. And how I found out about this place is because my wife, she says, honey, you'll never believe this. I go, what? It says, Galen's wife and the daughter, they took over the mother-in-law's place. I go, oh, and my wife came home with a plate of patelis. Was so honored.
We got patelis.
Yeah, and so that's why we are at this point right now at Kuulei's Gourmet.
Yes.
So Kuulei, why don't you start off by telling everybody who you are, how long you've had this operation, where you're located, and basically what you put out in this fine establishment of yours.
Sure, I'd love to. First of all, I want to thank my family for their support too. My papa Galen, my mom Anuinuiro. She's also my #1 social media coordinator, and also just gave me some Zoom lessons to make it here tonight. And my younger siblings, they are a big help too when it comes down to cleaning and shopping. So for location-wise, we are located down in Old Hanapepe Town, right across the street from Hanapepe Hawaiian Congregational Church. So in the good old heart of Hanapepe, we are open from Tuesdays to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. Kind of short and sweet hours, but real good lunch. On a daily basis, we have about 5 different soup options, really good freshly made salads. We get our lettuce from also another really good local vendor down at Cool Waters Hydroponics.
Wow.
So real good fresh organic local greens. We also, just local wise, we do a lot of sushi. Our chef does a couple tempura rolls and stuffed onion rings. And we put his name on it as well. So Reggie Rings, Reggie Rolls, they've been really popular. What else do we have? I make a really great lasagna, a vegetarian lasagna. So we try to fit a lot of things into one place. It might not sound like it makes sense, but we have a lot of local favorites, patelle plates, sushi, Portuguese bean soup sometimes. And then we also have a lot of vegetarian, healthier options as well. Really good sweets. I like to do the baking. So I have monster cookies. Are not exaggerating. They go off as well.
Well, you sent me a lot of photos, and we're gonna upload it now. Can you see that?
Yep, I see that one.
Okay, so what is this that we're looking at right now?
So this is one of Chef Reggie's creations that is called the Anuinuiro.
Okay, and so tell us what the ingredients are.
All right, so on the inside, you got cucumber, avocado, snow crab meat, and a nice, on the top, fresh spicy ahi with some unagi, wasabi aioli, green onions, and tobiko, and also tempura crunchies, give it a little texture.
Oh,
so that is the Anuinuiro.
Okay, and then what is this right here?
Okay, this one is a special we pull out every once in a while, a daily special. We do a real good pesto pasta with shrimp. Comes with a nice serving of homemade focaccia bread, as well as our fresh garden green salad with a lemon honey Dijon dressing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So this one, we have a Ahi Tuna Melt. So it's a fresh tuna mix that we make here. Homemade focaccia bread, nice side of chips, and some pickles.
Are the chips homemade too? Is that?
Not yet. My goal for the future is to definitely get some taro chips going.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Tuna melt. This is our Hawaiian plate. We do these every Friday. It's a $15 meal, but it comes with a nice 6-ounce hand-wrapped laulau, steamed makawele taro, a nice breadfruit ulumak, a scoop of white rice, and kind of the dessert we make for the week. So that either ranges from a lilikoi cheesecake to a fresh kalo and haupia pie. And that's the one that's in this picture right here.
My goodness.
Oh, God. I know you make chili, right?
We make chili as well. So we rotate pretty much Portuguese sausage and our cowboy chili. So our cowboy chili, that one has local grass-fed beef, Italian sausage, ground turkey, and 6 different kinds of beans. So it's loaded.
Our good friend and loyal viewer, Susan Jeffrey, is having your chili right now as we speak.
Right now. All right. Good.
So, I mean, the menu is amazing. The location is perfect, especially if you're on the west side. But, like I said, on Kauai, everyone is 20 minutes from everyone. I mean, it's not a far drive, even if you're in Lihui or Kapa'a. Tuesdays to Fridays though, right? So tomorrow we cannot go there tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow out of business. So one thing is I have a daughter, so I gotta spend some kiki time and family ohana time with the family, recollect.
Bless
But
you, bless you.
definitely want to extend eventually.
Um, COVID makes it a little difficult. And what are some of the challenges? Obviously, we got the social distancing and all of that stuff. But what was your biggest challenge and your go around or your get around with Kuulei?
Um, my biggest challenge was I used to strictly only do market style service, and I would travel down to different marketplaces around the island, also participate in Friday night art night. And when everything shut down, I kind of hit a wall, but it turned out to be a beautiful thing because I was able to establish myself here and just recreate how things are done, just like each and every one of us kind of had to do.
Mhm.
Another challenge with COVID, I gotta also make a kind of across tonight is we are doing strictly grab and go just to kind of maintain a healthier environment for all of us and not knowing what the future does. But grab and go, we do have just like minimal 2 chairs tables outside, but we do grab and go for now until we can get some more staffing.
Well, since you said that grab and go, how has business been thus far since and we're hoping because we when we promote these happy Fridays, we want to make sure that and again we have a lot of viewers who are not from the island of Kauai, but hopefully that they have family and friends that are watching as well. That when
Yeah.
they see this, that they'll make it a point to go down and patronize your establishment there and try some of your food because we see a lot of the comments. Some have said they've been there, they really love your food. So I know you made a mark. Now your grandma, which I think you kind of followed in her footsteps, really, she used to be known for her soups down at that natural food store in Kukui'ula, right?
Yeah, Kukuyula Market every Wednesday. She participated in that since I believe they first started that market. And it definitely, I feel so honored to be able to carry on these recipes from her. And she definitely has helped me and got me kind of to where I am now for sure.
Okay.
And
So,
she's still
so
watching. I feel her sometimes when I'm making the mushroom soup.
yeah.
I'm like, Granny, make sure these comes out good, you know? So yeah, it's been a great growing experience trying to take up a lot of the positives from losing her to just making sure I do what I wanted. I feel like I learned from her. Yeah.
Good. Good.
Are you still participating in the name of her place is Kuulei's Gourmet, right in Old Hanapepe Town. Are you still participating with the markets at all, or are you just pretty much limited to the I shouldn't say limited, but are you at the restaurant only, or do you still do markets?
I am at the moment just doing the markets. I mean, I'm just doing the restaurant, excuse me, with everything kind of just starting off again from square one. It's a little more easier on the body and easier to just kind of do things. Eventually, when things open up and, in the future, I would love to go back and be able to do what I was doing.
But right now, because like I heard you mention the limited staffing, like anything else, because your capacity has been taken away from you, right? So you went into takeouts.
Yeah.
Based on what you do now with yourself and your siblings and of course your mom and your papa if they're available, you're able to handle putting out the dishes that people yearn for. You're able to
Oh
still
yeah,
put it.
yeah. To be honest with you, today we had one of I think the record-breaking day today. So
Oh,
that's why I look all kind of tired. I'm just hanging in there. So record-breaking day, we definitely were all pushing ourselves kind of over, but feels good. And the week is over, so time to rest. And yeah, I would honestly love my sister to move home and be my helper, but that's in the future as well. Be my number one. But yeah, we're doing great with what we got for the time being.
Do you cater at all? Do you provide any type of catering for get-togethers or parties, families?
Yes, yeah. So we can definitely cater. In the past, we have done off-premises caters. We go to either vacation rentals or people's houses to do some. We usually the max we can kind of do is around not even 50. Kind of depends on how fancy they want to get. I also have this wonderful space now. So private parties. I have done one already this year for my alumni at my high school. They had a little Christmas party in here with about 15 people, and it was real nice. So this is our old, this is the bar that we have in here. This is a historic bar. So we just make a nice buffet on the bar, and it's kind of serve yourself, and we just kind of bring out the food and cater to the people. So definitely catering off premise. If you want a private party here, we do that as well. Even pateles, like you were talking about pateles. If anybody just wants to come swing by, grab some frozen pateles. We got frozen pateles so
Yeah.
yeah.
Charlie told me about your pateles. He told me about the pateles. So you have that available at all times. It's frozen, and you can come home and prepare them.
Yeah, so you can take it grab and go, or we always have that is a usual lunch special. So we have those on a daily basis as well. Lasagnas as well are kind of everyday plates. Lasagna, tuna melt, ahi salad, and the patele plates are $12. So it's a pretty good deal. I really want to make sure the locals find value in our food, during this time. So
Now, are you doing anything like, well, back in the days when it was sin to drink all the time, and
yes.
we would drink all the time at their place, me and my classmate, his lovely wife, because they grew fresh basil, and they knew that I love tomato basil with mozzarella and olive oil and
Balsamic.
balsamic. Do you do that too at your place?
Right now, I have not done a caprese kind of idea yet, but it's definitely, so I'm also trying to make sure I can leave some room for specials.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that pesto pasta was a special with the shrimp. My stepdad, or my Papa G now, he's one of my farmers. He has a lot of basil going off. So whenever we get one special, pesto pasta. Yeah. So it's been real fun just kind of using what we have.
He went from being a painter to a farmer.
To a farmer, the best grandpa in the world, because he takes Punohu on her online school days. And
I not to deter from what you have that is so special. Your dad is actually online teaching your little one.
Well, that's where my other sister, Violet Elena, comes in.
Yeah.
And Galen. They kind of help her with the technology, getting onto her Zoom meetings. But for the most part, he picks her up, drops her off to me, make sure she gets her treats. And
because when he was in school, he was smart. I just never see him in class that often.
Yeah, he has been quarantining before this pandemic.
Yeah.
That's his line.
Kuulei, hey people, this is what this show is all about: is local people doing good things, good food, good services, and we usually send everybody down on Saturdays, but you guys are gonna have to wait till Tuesday. Please get over to Kuulei's Gourmet on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Grab your food and go and enjoy. And I don't never met you, but I'm so impressed. And you're on the right track. You got the right values. You got the right head on your shoulder. Nothing but success is gonna come your way, girl.
Right on.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got website or social media or phone number or?
Yep. Okay. So for our landline, always feel free to call for daily specials or see what we have, what we don't have. Of course, area code 808-378-4378. You can follow us on Instagram at Kuulei's Gourmet. And we also do have a website going up. It's called kuuleisgourmet.com. And once again, shout out to Anuinuiro Breen for helping me manage those.
Okay, what's the landline again? The phone number? 378?
378-4378.
So your specials are posted on Instagram every day.
Yeah, that's how we have been kind of communicating. My sister will get them up and running at around 10 o'clock when we open. We have specials. If they're kind of out of anything, we'll try to have that on there as well.
Okay.
Amazing. Instagram is awesome for so many small businesses. So many people just rely on Instagram, and that's awesome stuff. Well, Kuulei, thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us tonight. We will definitely make a journey out there at some point for your pateles.
We'll do a live. We'll do a live.
We'll do a live from there. That's for sure.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Sounds
Kuulei.
like a plan.
Take care. Thank you again. And people, don't forget Kuulei's Gourmet out there in Hanapipi Town.
Thank you.
Port Local. Thank you very much. Go take a break now. Go enjoy
take a
your
break.
days off.
I'm going to bed now. Yeah. Good night. Thank
Good night.
you.
Oh, what a sweet girl. What a sweet girl.
Monkey. Yeah.
You know, one of the things, Charlie, COVID, you know, we spend the whole week talking about COVID, and then when you look at these stories about, you know, if not for COVID, COVID has caused a lot of people to step outside of their comfort zone and do things and force people to do things, my kids included. And that's the silver lining in this cloud, man. That's the silver lining in this cloud. It just brings so much joy when we see our young people, family people, and just doing what they enjoy doing and providing an amazing product or service to our local people, man. Amazing.
You know what I enjoyed the most is I haven't seen her. You know, I used to see them almost every day because when I first moved to Kauai in 2007, I would take my little golf cart and I would drive in the back roads all the way. And their house is located right next to Ishihara, between the gas station and Ishihara. That's where they used to live. So, you know, it was always just go there, stop off Ishihara, pick up 112 pack or 124 pack or 148 pack or whatever pack you can pick up, and you know, go right in the front yard and just, you know, and this girl was just a gracious, as young as she was, gracious hostess, you know, always making sure that there was poo-poos around. And my classmate and I, you know, we talked about the kids, and, you know, people would kind of get the wrong impression because the sister is an example, right? They'll look at her and says, oh, because she's Caucasian. So they don't think nothing of it. But they get Hawaiian in their blood. So the sister went to Kamehameha, graduated, and now is at the University of Hawaii. And you know, they're hard workers. This girl is a hard worker too. And their grandma was very, very special, because I remember the soups that grandma made. And to carry on that tradition and to share it on our Friday, Happy Friday. That's why I am happy tonight. I am happy tonight.
I am too, man. And I'm even happier now because your wife just posted that when you put on your concert, when you host your big concert,
yeah,
that we're gonna showcase all of the people that came on our show. They're gonna be so. Once I know we get Auntie Steph's commitment, it's done. It's done, and I love it.
Well, thank you, Mel, for putting me out there to really what can I say?
By the way, I don't know if you saw the comment, but you know when you said you never did see her dad?
Yeah.
You saw what someone posted? Yeah, because you were always on lunch, Charlie. You see the ohana, we have created an ohana that knows you better than you know yourself, Charles.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Okay. Chris,
Now,
yeah, can you unmute yourself, Chris? You got your there you go. Can you hear us
Yeah.
okay?
we're going to go even further
Yeah.
west. I mean, we're going to go all the way up to Kokee. And we have
Yes.
Chris Fire here from the Kokee Museum. I'm excited because, I mean, I'll share a little bit of stories later, but Chris, you know Charlie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very well.
Everybody knows Charlie. Why don't you start by introducing yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and the museum?
My name is Chris Faya. I'm the executive director of Huiolaka, which is actually the nonprofit organization that operates the museum. We've been in existence since 1954. The museum actually opened in 1953. The founders were Joe Souza, who was the territorial park superintendent at that time, and my great aunt and her cousin, Ruth Hanner. She is actually pretty much the real spark plug to starting the museum. And my great aunt was Isabel Faya, but she lived in California, so she didn't have a chance to be there all the time. But it was, I mean, it's like this has been kind of interesting to be kind of like in this space that they founded. And all I can say was with COVID, I didn't want to be the one ending it. So it's been quite a challenge. You know, we never closed. The museum did close, the operations closed, but Huiolaka has actually been opened the whole time. State parks closed. We were forced to close. We didn't have any choice. And so we were able to open the museum back up on July 3rd. And, you know, we don't have the same kind of traffic. So we've been opened 4 days a week. Generally, you know, it's the weekends. There's tons of people up there on the weekends. A lot of our local people are really discovering, just coming as usual up there. And it's probably one of the busiest places on the island on the weekends. It's busier than before when we had tourists. So, you know, it's been very busy, and people have been really enjoying themselves. And but you know, for economically, it's been tough for us. We also run the Civilian Conservation Corps camp, which is, I mean, I grew up going to Kokee, and I never went to this place, and it's just right above the lodge. It's not very far, but it's something that the museum, I mean, the Huiolaka took over after the hurricane, and it would not have existed if Huiolaka hadn't taken it over and rebuilt the place. And it's almost like nine major buildings on the site. And it's that's where a lot of our money up to this point has been going to preserve this site. The museum itself used to support pretty much all of our activities, and right now it isn't. So it's been really, really different. And like most nonprofits, we've all faced, you know, the new buzzword for 2020 was pivot. And we've all pivoted and tried to figure out different ways to be relevant, be part of the community. And I'm kind of thrilled in some ways with COVID. We've been able to stop being a visitor center for the tourists that come there that want to hike. And I mean, it's just like 300-400 people a day just bombarding you with, you know, where do I go hike? And now it's like we can be a museum again. We were closed for a good almost 3 months. So we repainted, we just redid the whole museum. And it's kind of not parents and children that come like maybe 2-3 times a month to come visit the museum. It's really nice to see that, you know. And we did have some HTA, Hawaii Tourism Authority projects that we managed to save. They did cut our budgets by 50%, but we did manage to, in November, start the process of redoing the nature trail that's behind the Kokee Museum. And it had been eroding away, and just people hadn't been following the paths and things like that. So just trying to make that a really nice outdoor display for people to enjoy, especially people with young children or, you know, elderly people that can't really do a major hike. So we, you know, kind of graded it, you know, evened it out, made it really, you know, wide enough so that you can, you know, walk with a keiki next to you, holding your hand or something. Just making a lot of improvements, and we'll continue to do those. But you know, we did the major stuff in November, and then in the next maybe 2 or 3 weeks, you'll start seeing we have 4 big signs that are coming in, interpretive signs for the 4 lookouts. We've been working with state parks. And that's going to be a nice improvement for people. They're not geared for tourists. They're just really, you know, what are you looking at these sites? And so just trying to add more learning opportunities up at Kokee. You know, going back to our mission, our original purpose of being up at Kokee. So that's what we've been doing.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you know, I think many of us, I think Kokee is such a special place to all of us that were here or born and raised or have spent any time. I mean, if you went to Kokee once, you've noticed or you've realized right away that it was special. There's just something about that place. And I've said it many times, even while I was on the council with discussions about Kokee. I try not to get emotional, but you know, for a lot of us growing up, we couldn't afford to go on vacations to the mainland. And you know, a lot of our classmates, I'm talking young, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade. That's where we went for our vacation. You know, our family would go to Kokee. We would go get a cabin. And that was our vacation. That was, well, all my friends would go to Disneyland or Disney World, whatever. We went to Kokee, and the smell of Kokee still, I can visualize. Whenever you go up there, it's just a special place. I don't even know how to explain it. And I think there's still a lot of people that haven't gone to Kokee. And this one thing I want to ask, and you know, when we were young, because the museum is where you went to go buy your chicken feed, or the lodge to buy your chicken feed. Later on in life, when we started renting cabins, you buy your fireplace wood, or your whatever you called it, the fire bricks. But there was a lady that worked at that museum.
The chicken lady.
Chicken lady. I hope that's not a relative, but she was mean. She was so mean.
Remember her very well.
Who was that? Who was that? And I mean, she loved the chickens, and she did not like kids.
Her name was Dr. Falsha, and she was the director, I guess, through most of the 60s.
Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah, so somewhere around it, maybe early 70s. She retired, but she was actually academically. She was had quite a lot of accolades and everything. But we had a dog that liked to chase chickens, so we were not very popular.
You know, because yeah. So in the late 60s would be when it was. You know, probably early 70s. But we would go buy the little bag of feed and go feed the chickens and then try to catch them. That's what kids do.
Yeah.
And she would come running out of there.
Yeah.
And she would try to catch the kids that were catching the chickens. I think she was taking them in the jungle, in the forest, and burying them. I think. You know.
I don't know.
A couple of my friends, I've never seen them since chasing chickens. I don't know what happened to them.
No, I don't think she did that.
Well, I like to share a memory that, you know, because when my dad was here, when they were building the Wild High way back when, and I remember one of the painters, they took off early, and I got to go with them, and they took me up to Kokee when it was plum season. And I never knew about the plums. I think, what? And from the roadway leading up to Kokee, you cannot see the plums on the road. You got to take maybe like a little side, trail and in. But once you get inside there, my God.
Yeah,
And
one time there were 1,000 plum trees.
yeah. And everybody I remember them telling me, boy, we pick and you try to save them, take them down the hill. No eat plenty one time up here. And I never know why. And one time I realized why. You eat plenty one time, you're gonna use the bathroom real fast. And
They're like prunes.
yeah, I will learn a big lesson. But it's just amazing. And I think having transplanted from Oahu, being urban, I mean not urban, but yeah, well, I call it it's more metropolitan. You got skyscrapers and all of that. But just to have something that's free and it allows you to go, I would encourage everybody, if you're on this island, take advantage and go up and look what you've got, because it's there for everybody. And it's one of those things. It's one of the greatest wonders of the world. And I think a lot of locals were missing out.
Yeah, one of the things is the plum trees don't last forever, and a lot of them are they're past their lifespan. And Corteva has actually come, one of the agriculture companies on the west side has actually been helping us propagate plum trees. And we're actually going to be starting to, we have like 3-foot high starts that we're going to be planting with state parks very soon. And, so we're trying to kind of keep some of those special things. Like I remember when I was a kid going into the museum, the first thing you headed for was the big heads, the animal heads on the wall. And, I made sure that, in redesigning the museum that, they were going to be prominent and still there, because, it's just like those things never go away, that fun of going in there. And we'd go up and maybe once, my dad used to have to caretake our family cabin, and, he'd go up and mow. So he'd want us out of the way. So, we just go run over to the museum on foot. And, we had to go visit the heads, the animal heads. And of course, everybody claimed that it was their head, their animal that they shot. And there was a story attached to them. So of course we believed everything. And, it was just really fun. And so, just all that wonder of, what you don't see in the forest, and all these stories you can share, when you've got generations of people that have gone, had story, experiences at Kokee. That is what's so special about it. I know a lot of people, just because of my name, they think, I grew up rich or whatever. But no, it's the same thing with us. That was our summer, vacation, was to go to Kokee. And we got to go more often just because my dad, was mowing, and he'd let us bring a friend and that sort of thing. But, first night we were there, we had to do some project to help the house or whatever. And then Saturday, he'd just show us, on the map, contour map, where you want to go hike, or, and show us how to, he was going to drop us off here on the map, and this is how we come home, and the whole thing. And, he'd drop us off, we'd go mow, and then he'd mow and everything, and we wouldn't show up until close to dark or whatever. But, that was things that we did. And he did the same, he was brought up the same way going to Kokee. My grandfather was brought up the same way. It was just, it's just something that, like traditions that you can still experience as families. I mean, it's just like that. I think that's what's so special about it.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely a gem, and it's just one of the places that needs to be preserved forever and ever and ever. And, the cabins up there, maybe you want to talk a little bit about the cabins and the opportunities for anyone really to rent the cabin and spend a weekend up there, or spend a week up there. I wasn't on the calendar. It's really tough to get a cabin during the weekends now, because
weekends, yeah.
but the weekdays are all open. So, that's nothing wrong with spending a week up there. How does that, you want to talk a little bit about the cabin rentals?
Sure. The CCC camp, we were allowed to reopen it again with state parks at the end of May. And this is about the same time as the state cabins were able to reopen as well. Most of the big camps have not reopened. And a lot of it is because of the gatherings and sharing facilities. And most of our camp is actually a shared facility. So we can't rent out the barracks. We can't really afford to rent out the mess hall just by itself. So we have 2 cabins that were associated with the CCC camp. One was the foreman's cottage and one was the admin cottage, which was like on the plantation. A lot of people understand if I say it was a single man's house. It was like just bedrooms, and because you ate at the mess hall. So the foreman's was different because the foreman lived there all the time. And but there's been a kitchen and a bathroom put in it. So they're standalone cabins. So we were allowed to rent these 2 standalone cabins. They're on this map here. They're at the bottom. The executive cottage is on the, which is the admin building. The admin building. That's on the left, right. And the foreman's cottage, the Mokihana, is on the far right. A lot of people remember it used to be the hunter's cabin that you could rent from the state as well. So, we're not, we got a lot of restrictions on it, and, we've been working with state parks for a lot of years. So we really follow the rules. We can't have parties. We can't have a lot of extra people at these things. So, we do obey all the COVID rules on them. And so you can't rent them for parties. You can't do all of those sorts of things. And a lot of people are coming up to Kokee specifically to do those things. So I just warn you, this is more for like a retreat, a family retreat or something of that nature, and your immediate family that you live with. So we have an online calendar on our website, and you can kind of check with it. We do have to sanitize the cabins and, follow all those protocols. So we can't do back to back. So it's kind of more like in the middle of the week. I hear that we're rented all the way through until like the beginning of March. And I think there are a couple weekends left in March, but that's the way it is. And you can put yourself on a wait list, and sometimes people do drop out. But at this time of year, the weather can be pretty bad and brutal up at Kokee. So it's not the best time of year, but as we go into spring and summer, you can rent the place out. And it's not too expensive. Like I say, you have to do 2 nights a week, because the first night basically covers the cost of sanitation and cleaning and all that. So we need the second night to make some money. And, we're working with the skeleton staff. We're not a hotel, you can't contact us 24 hours a day. So basically office hours or email is sometimes the best, just because somebody will get to it sooner that way, rather than trying to, call in and stuff and try to find us. But yeah, it's been a challenge, and we've met a lot of nice people trying to, that have never been to Kokee before, that live here. We're seeing a lot of those people, the new people that are moved here recently. So we always think of all of these people who don't come to Kokee or never been there, lived here all their lives, have never been to Kokee, as our modern, our version of tourists at this point. But, we're meeting a lot of people, and then we have a lot of members that belong to Hui Olaka, and a lot of community people that are regulars that come and stay with us, once or twice a year, every year. So, it's nice. We're supported. We know we've been taking advantage of all of the CARES Act or whatever's out there to keep in business. And, fortunately, we weren't a real poor organization, hand to mouth or anything. So, we were lucky when this hit, we did have a little bit of cash, and we've managed to preserve some of it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Chris, gosh, what's the website? I know I put it up there, but
it's really easy. www.kokee.org, not com, org. We're an organization. And one thing before I sign off, I just want to say that if it wasn't for you and Charlie, I mean, I don't think I would have had I needed a lot of information to be able to make wise decisions on how to stay in business. And just that nightly support of just knowing what was going on really was very helpful. And I really, really, really thank you for all of that.
Thank you.
Woo! Thank you. Woo! See, Charlie.
Yep. Well,
Appreciate that. That means a lot.
We love the community, and it's all about, helping one another. No matter what type of business, who you are, doesn't matter. If you call Kauai your home, if you call Hawaii your home, we gotta leave Hawaii for the next generation.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if we don't do it right, the next generation won't experience anything that's what we had or what we have. So we can just keep it right, keep it pono, then we're gonna be okay. We'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we only got us, we only got each other. And we gotta really, Kauai's, one thing about Kauai, we've proven it, we've done it so many times that, I have no doubt that we'll get through it. It's just a matter of getting through it in one piece and not trying to prevent as many injuries as possible. And that's kind of what we're trying to do. One last question real quick just popped up. Is the lodge still open?
Yeah, the lodge has been open as well. You can still, and they're open every day, but they're again limited hours. I think safe to say 11 to 3. I think they're open longer on the weekends, and they do have live music. So they've been supporting some of our musicians. Nick Castillo's there most Sundays. They have mountain music, hillbilly music on usually on Saturdays, but they've got other people. And so, in all our ways, we're trying to support what we can up there. So yeah, a lot of people have been, that's why we've had a lot of people up there. But yeah, please come up and if we got more calls for people to be, if we can, start to see 30, 40 people coming on the weekdays, we can open more days. So right now we're open 11 to 3 at the museum, Thursday through Monday. It's really all we can handle right now without hiring more people. And so we can't afford to, unless if we start opening up a little bit more, or just being able to see inter-island travel, we can probably start opening more days. But until then, it's just not worth it.
Well, if anything, to make the trek, I just saw someone put down, they've got great cornbread.
Oh yeah, the lodge has great food. You really do need to come up to eat there at the lodge.
Yep.
I also just saw a post that said that Chris is a West Side treasure. She's a historian, an artist, a community leader, and that Stephanie Yona is proud to know you. So I echo that sentiment. Charlie, any closing comments before we head off, my friend?
Well, first, I'd like to thank Chris and all that, the Fire family. That's one of the first families I met when I first moved here to be with my wife at Waimea Cottages. And I just like to thank Chris for sharing, because there are a lot of things there that many don't know about. And I think there's more to discover. It's just that we have to make the effort to go up there. And, if any place you want to go now to get away from COVID, I would think that is the closest place to heaven, getting up there and seeing what's up there. So I'd like to say thank you to Chris. I'd like to say thank you to Kuulei and Liana for coming on as well, showing their businesses to the world, really. And to our viewers, thank you for sticking around, because today is not only Aloha Friday, but Happy Friday, as we call it. And like we said, we made a promise to all of you every Friday, we will wear Aloha attire just so we can feel good, make the scene, a good feeling. And I just like to say thank you to all of you. Mel?
Thanks, Charlie. Thank you, Chris, again, as well, Liana and Kuulei. Chris, thank you for what you're doing up there, what your family has done up for Kokee. Kokee is special. She's a gem. You know, there was an attempt many, many years ago to commercialize the place. The community stood up and fought hard, and we won that battle. We were able to keep Kokee as the gem that she is. And I just want to personally, and on behalf of all of our viewers, thank you and your team and your group and all your ohana that has worked so hard and tirelessly to keep Kokee so special. And for our viewers, if you, and obviously if you're not on the island, when this place opens up, when COVID disappears, you need to get over here. But for those of you here on Kauai, make the journey, make the trek, get up there. It's a decompression zone. I call it the decompression zone. You go up there, you will feel better. I promise you when you leave. Just something about that place is magic. So
You know what's a
Chris.
good business to open? I was just thinking about it, and Chris gave me this idea. Why don't you and I start a brake lining business at the bottom of the hill? So when all the cars come down, we can take the brakes on their cars. Because when they come into town, I tell you, you smell it. Everything you ask. You went up cooking. You must have been riding your brakes all the way down the hill.
Yeah,
The other one is locking cars, keys in their cars.
that is definitely a trek. I mean, and a lot of people, it's a deterrent because of the drive, you know.
Mhm.
But they don't have a problem sitting in an airplane for 5 hours going to the mainland. Well, you could spend an hour and a half drive to get up to Kokee and just be in another world. So, hey, people from Kauai, get up there, man. Go this weekend.
There's people that rent cars so they can go up to Kokee because they don't trust their own cars.
I think we've actually done that before. Is you just don't want to ruin your brakes, you know, coming back down. But for me, it never did bother because I don't ever use brakes. I don't use brakes. I don't. Charlie can attest to that, man. I just brake. What's a brake? Anyway, hey, you guys. Thanks again. You guys, we love you guys. Appreciate you guys jumping in with us on Fridays. Spread the word. We'll be back tomorrow night. And next week, like I said, we'll dedicate next week for Maui small business. So it'll be an interesting, cool night for all of us. Charlie's from Maui. I'm not. It'll be a fun night. So until tomorrow night at 7, we love you guys. God bless. Take care. And most of all, stay safe. Thank you, Chris. Stay safe.
Thank you.